Aloha. Welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and the home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense takes the field. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
Hands it off. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Rainbow Warriors are rolling down the field. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the left side. Steamrolls his way ahead. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Offense in a split backfield. Red pass, it's complete. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Rainbow Warriors have pushed it inside the 20. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Into the house. Touchdown, Hawaii. Here comes the 2-point try. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the New Mexico Lobos offense will go to work for the first time today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
Yeah, I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Offense set on first down. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Terrific job not just settling for the negative play and getting it to the running back.
Yeah, and you're supposed to go through your progressions, and you're obviously want to attack down the field and make a big play, but a lot of times when you dump it off to the running back, he can make something happen. And you're right, get something positive out of it instead of taking a sack.
It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. He wants to throw it again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. To the air, it's Dampier. Gets rid of it. Quick completion on the out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights, it's good. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is going to use this guy in a lot of different ways. You'll see him rush the passer. Obviously, he'll have his name called when the offense tries to run the football, but I love his coverage ability.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's got it at the 30. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Get it out on the screen. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
I like the play call offensively. I know they lost yards on that one, but you want to try to get this running back the ball in different ways, right? Handing it off, getting him out in the route tree, trying to sneak in some screen passes too.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in Paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create...
And it's on the ground. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Dampier. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Makes the catch. It's Sanders. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Lobos will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and
got a lot of room to the right. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hawaii. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep, and he makes the catch inside the 15.
man, I'm the quarterback, and I drop back in 4 verts. What can I see on my safety? Is it single high? If it's single high, I know exactly where I'm going with the football. Look the safety off, zip it in there. Either way, I know I got 4 guys streaking right down the field.
Got his man quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Smashes it between the uprights. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Bust through behind his pad. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver shows motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4. Brings up 2nd down.
Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. The run to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it, and they did just that.
On the return, it's Sanders. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Got out of trouble and throws. He's got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you eat.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Rainbow Warriors will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He'll pull it down and run. Really nice job by this sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down with the run. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out quickly. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Gets it out fast. They'll stop him short, just what they needed as they get the ball back to their offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And when those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They think there's room to run to the right here. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Rainbow Warriors inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Already find a hole in that secondary. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in the hurry-up. Now they'll run it to the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Trying to get to him. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Hawaii.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.